Well, what is up besides the sun, taxes, and my weight? I don't know. How y'all doing today? I think I'm going to do something over the next few days, a little bit different. So I've been forgetting to do the Bible verses because I have to go to a different app and create it and put it in. I'll try to remember that, but I kind of want to focus on this exercising and eating thing. I'm going to talk through it because I don't really know what I'm going to do yet, but that's what the journal's for. Talk through it, trying to figure out what's going on. So I've been running 3 miles a day. I think I need a better plan, kind of work towards something. In the past, I've used a marathon or a race or something like that. It's really hard on the treadmill to do pace goals because it feels different than if you're running outside. So I've been running 3 miles a day on the treadmill. I could go outside and run 3 miles, but it's going to kill me. So as soon as it starts getting better, I'll go out and do a mile and work my way up to running outside more. And then usually I will get dressed, go to church, and I'll run, a little bit later, maybe 10 or 11 instead of first thing in the morning when I get up. So I don't know. I'll keep all that in mind and then kind of figure out what I'm going to do diet-wise because I really need to get serious about this. All right, so I'm walking to church. I guess it's healthier for me to walk than it is to ride everywhere. Try to work on that. Hopefully the wind's not blowing too bad. So I just checked the mail, and as I was reaching in my pocket to grab my keys to unlock the mailbox, I realized that I have the car key. We bought the Avalon used, and we only have one key fob. I had it in my pocket. I'm walking back home. So let me give you a brief little overview, kind of talk to myself about this too. When I was a kid, I was never really fat. I always had a little bit of a pudge. I never had abs, but I wouldn't call myself overweight or anything like that. I think I was pretty good. Took karate, was very active outside. We played, we did all kinds of stuff. Here's a picture of me in high school after wrestling practice, and I felt like I was in pretty good shape there. But again, I always had that little bit of a pudge on my belly. After graduating high school, I was pretty much the same. Did a couple of different jobs, worked at Duke, worked for a bricklaying company. And then I started nursing school. I went back to college, and I started to gain some weight there. And then got married and moved to Fruitland to go to Bible college. And there I gained a little bit of weight. Nothing, horribly dramatic, but I was starting to gain weight. I worked on maintenance crew, and I started running, doing some different things there, and lost quite a bit of weight and was down a good bit. After graduating from there and working at the mall, I'd gained a little bit of weight back, but then I started BLET. And even though after BLET, I don't think I was super skinny, I felt like I was in the best shape of my life. And then I started riding a patrol car, and I started to gain weight. And it wasn't like super fast, but I was getting fat. And then we moved here to Jordan, and I really started to gain weight. And I think now I'm probably at the biggest I've been. I've been yo-yoing since we moved here 14 years ago, kind of up and down, up and down, up and down a little bit. Never back to my law enforcement days or anything like that. So here's my goal. The belly fat is the big problem. That really needs to come off. And I started this when I was at the very beginning of the year. I said I'm going to try and run, keep me You guys keep me accountable, kind of help me keep my mind focused on what it is that I need to do. Physical activity has never been my strong suit. And the nature of my job is one that I'm not outside doing work. I can't. I have to be sitting down at a desk to get stuff done. So I've been trying to run a little bit and do those types of things. I did lose quite a bit of weight one time when I was doing marathon training. But generally speaking, physical activity has never really been that much of a difference maker. It's always been about food. It's always been about my diet. When I went through law enforcement training, I kept myself really, really strict on what I ate and what I didn't eat. And that has really been the biggest difference maker when I have lost weight. The problem is I like food. I like to eat, and it's really, really difficult when you're in the ministry and people invite you over to eat, or they say, hey, let's go grab lunch. The ministry is tied to dining together. Even in Scripture, you see Jesus dining with different people. So that is something I'm going to have to try and figure out and work through and see what I want to do. I've tried a lot of different diets. Probably every diet you've ever heard of, I've tried. Quite honestly, I've tried every supplement and all kinds of stuff short of illegal drugs to lose weight. Some have helped, some have not. But generally speaking, I yo-yo back and forth. So anyway, that's kind of what's been going on my mind here lately. We were doing the self-defense class, and it's just ridiculous how quick I get out of breath. I can go run 3 miles, but doing other types of physical exercise gets me out of breath, and my balance is completely off because of the way my belly is poking out there, and I get really depressed and discouraged when I see just how fat I am. So, that's just a real truth. It is what it is. I'm not trying to make excuses, but here is the reality of the situation I'm in. I don't have the finances to get good food most of the time. It's cheaper to get bad food. It's just a reality. It does cost more to eat well. If I did have the finances, we don't have the luxury in our grocery store to have a wide variety. Most of it is processed. What you can get fresh is very simplified type of things. My doctor, she actually said, yes, you live in what I call is a food desert. We got lots of meat, and we got lots of like potatoes and stuff like that, and a lot of processed food that doesn't have to be kept. None of that has been very helpful for me. Another thing that we really love to do here is baking. Now, I'm not a cake eater. I think cake is horrible. It's one of the most disgusting things ever made, unless it's cheesecake or carrot cake or cakes that don't taste like cake. But donuts and things of that sort are very popular here, and I partake. Anyway, that's kind of the situation. So, I'm going to kind of work on this, and I think probably for the next at least a week, I'm going to try and focus on that. I'm going to try and put up some Bible verses or some different things that kind of help with this. I think it's important to not be so focused on it that that's all you can think about, but at the same time realize the responsibility that we have to try and take care of the body that we do have. Anyway, I'll share some ideas. There's a great guy that you can follow on social media. His name is PrayFit. That's not his name, but that's the name of the social media stuff. And he's offered me a lot of encouragement through the years. So stay tuned. So we're here at the house. Duke is going into double overtime at Wake Forest. We got Steve. We got a whole couch full of people. We've been got Josh on the FaceTime right there. We'll see what happens.